Then I'm going to take us live.
Never gone live on one of these.
I know.
Does it feel different?
It's
It's like that
I
movie
feel different.
Contact. Yeah. I lost 40 minutes in the transition.
thing always takes a minute. It's so funny because the YouTube video of like the very first one is all of us just talking, being like, is it live? Are we on?
That's what I saw.
Is anyone listening?
Hello. Hello.
I like it as part of the show. Part of the intro is just you're actually broadcasting.
Yeah, who needs a theme song?
You can come up with a Brady Bunch
That's the
theme
theme song.
song. You can have everybody like train all of us to do a little thing.
Yeah.
Now.
Exactly.
When do we do our disclaimers about being terrible spellers, or is that just?
Oh Lord.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do that kind of throughout. I feel like everyone says that though. Even when I ask them to play, they'll say, "Oh yeah, I want to play, but I'm really bad at this."
Yeah.
Josh, are you drinking?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that? Am I not supposed to?
No, you're my
Oh
hero.
hey, John is.
I
You,
am.
John, you have
am.
a fan.
I
You
I
have
have
a
a colorful
cocktail.
drink.
You're my
That is
hero.
well.
What are you drinking, Josh?
I just have some the Knob Creek 100 proof with on the rocks.
Ooh.
I drink like I'm running from something. Not in quantity, but in quality.
Oh my God. I like that. On that note, we're live on Facebook. So welcome everybody to Adult Spelling Bee canceled AF version, canceled as fuck. I always think, I think one Christmas, my youngest cousin said something AF and my mom was like, "Hey Paul, what does AF mean?" And he was like, "It means as F." And I don't understand. But yeah, anyway, we'll do the R-rated version tonight, right?
Sure.
But yeah, welcome to everyone watching for the first time and for people coming back and watching again. If you're here for the first time, we used to do this show live in New York and LA and even in DC in the before times. And now we've taken it virtual and we do a different theme, different players. Tonight's bee is mainly so we can talk shit about networks that pulled the plug on TV shows that we love. So thank you everyone watching, thank you everyone playing, and let me introduce my illustrious guest judge, Josh Gondelman, who I think most people are familiar with. He is the author.
Oh, that's very generous. Thank you. That's the kindest intro anyone's ever given me.
Oh, Josh. Yeah, so if you don't know who Josh is, then how about that? He's the author of the book Nice Try, the creator of Make My Day podcast, and you're a writer and producer for Jesus and Marrow, right? Cool.
Correct.
And he's also known as the nicest guy on Twitter and the foremost provider of pep talks.
Oh, thank you.
Cool.
That's
No.
very kind.
Yeah.
I'm so delighted to be here. And I'm so happy that I don't have to spell things. I've got all the answers in front of me. I'm going to be a smug Trebek about the whole thing.
I'm very excited. And so is there a show that you loved that got canceled?
A show that I loved that got canceled?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The most recent one being Detroiters, which I loved on Comedy Central with Tim Robinson and Sam Richardson.
Oh, that's a
Yes.
bummer.
A bummer. Yeah.
That's, I was just this week, I saw Drunk History got canceled.
Drink history. Yeah.
Patriot Act got canceled.
Yeah.
And then Tosh.0 got canceled, which I actually didn't know Tosh.0 was still on the air.
Wow. How many
They had been
seasons
renewed-
was that?
They had been renewed for 4 seasons, and that was preempted to cancel them.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
They can do
Yeah.
that?
That's,
Yeah.
well, the good thing is that this show cannot get canceled unless, my dad cancels the Wi-Fi because that's from my parents' basement. So woohoo. But let's go to our contestants, and we'll start with John Hoberg, who is a writer and showrunner. And tonight you're playing for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, right?
Yes, that's right.
That's
I've been
awesome.
doing that. Yes, I've been giving to that off and on over the last 15 years after we lost a good friend actually to leukemia.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I actually donated to it when Tim Omenson did something, like wore a t-shirt for me for something I was doing. And I said, let me make a donation as a thank you. And that was the organization he picked too.
That's awesome. No, they're great. They really do a lot of good stuff. It's really great.
I did try to get Tim to pop in as like a surprise guest tonight. And he's like, I have deep trauma from spelling bees as a kid. And I don't think I could work through that in therapy. So he's like, I think I'll just watch.
I would love to have gotten him back because he used to quiz us on scripts on set.
Oh my God.
Quiz him back on spelling.
Oh, God.
Are you sure this is the word you wanted to use here? Pretty sure, Tim. Pretty sure. Really?
We printed it out, so yeah.
It's in all the copies distributed to everyone. All right, I'll change it for you.
Handsome.
Oh God, I love Tim. And Kat Likkel, you are also a writer and showrunner, married to John. You're one of the other competitors tonight, and you're playing for the Actors Fund tonight.
I am.
So cool of you, because none of us are working.
I know. It's a lot of them. Not all of the writers are lucky, but a lot of us are able to continue. A lot of us are starting to work up again, but the actors aren't. And there's a lot of problems right now with their own health fund. So I wanted to support them, all of those people that we love.
Cool. And you told me you've been spending the pandemic writing a novel.
Yeah, I have. What better time to pour out your angst on paper than during the midst of a horrible pandemic?
It's a good plan. And Joy Nash from Dietland and Twin Peaks, and also, don't you do a lot of voiceover work as well?
Audiobooks, yeah.
Audiobooks, yes. I thought I remember we talked about that, because I worked with Joy on Dietland, which is a show that totally got
canceled.
So good.
Yes. So rude.
Yeah.
Joy, you were wonderful as Plum and
Oh,
so excellent on that show. And I was so sad that we didn't get more seasons.
Me too.
But thank you for playing tonight. And you're playing for A Place Called Home.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, it's an after-school program in downtown LA, and I volunteer there.
Nice.
Oh,
Cool.
nice.
Very cool. And I don't know if I probably didn't mention actually, John and Kat were showrunners on Downward Dog, which was one of my favorite shows, and Gallivant, which is like so many people's favorite shows, because I mean, a musical sitcom, like it was perfect.
I have two things for you. I have the Jewel of Valencia for you, and I have a little tiny Martin.
And
I brought it up.
Martin.
Oh, that show is so good. I was really, really mad about it.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That was actually the hardest one, I think. That and
Yeah.
Gallivant were the two hardest ones we did.
Yeah, God. And Caissie St.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for
Hi.
playing in. Caissie played in a live LA version, which actually you had just started show running Busy Phillips' new show, and you literally raced over after and came to play, which was the nicest thing. And we didn't even really know each other then, and you just did that, which was so cool.
Well, we know each other now. We're old friends now.
We are, yes.
But yes.
Thank you for coming back and playing.
Of course.
Also, you've worked on some really great shows. You worked on Rosie, Letterman, Watch What Happens Live, and also you just got interviewed, right, for a piece about show running and how to make it like an inclusive, positive workspace.
Yeah. I just ruined my career today by writing an op-ed for EW about how how we could do a little better behind the scenes on a lot of these shows.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, hold on a second. I think we have a surprise guest popping in.
Is it Santa?
I didn't know this guy.
Is it a Zoom bomber?
Oh, he disappeared. So
Oh,
We once had on a conference call.
Days of surprise.
You know how sometimes people code into conference calls? Patton Oswalt accidentally coded into a conference call when we were getting notes once on it.
really?
So
It was the
funny.
strangest
so
thing that
funny.
ever happened to us.
The little boys kept piping in saying, I don't remember that. I know
That's
and we finally realized, like, is this
Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt?
That's so funny.
Look, do you have any joke pitches? Please?
We could use some, please.
Wait, I think our surprise guest is arriving. Hold on one second. Let's see, who is this? Uh-oh. It's the executive the two executives that are in charge of renewing my show.
Oh,
This is tense.
I'm so excited.
I'm now nervous. Are we about to get that?
Oh.
Oh.
Busy.
Hey. Oh, hey.
Yep. Yeah, we'll get on it. All right. Danielle, good to see you.
Hi.
We've got to talk to you. Look, we're running out of time here. Matt's just jumped on. Also, we're running out of time, and we've got to let you know this is it. This is gonna be the last episode of the show. Look, we just ran out of runway here with the budget. And we're gonna have to shut it down, unfortunately. Matt, let her know you available? Matt,
Yeah.
let you know. We're running out of time.
Yeah, Danielle, we love the show. We love the show. It's just we ran out of runway here. I mean, we only spent, I think, 90% of the budget on our private jet flights just between the two of us. We kept it to a minimum. And I think you had about 10% of the budget for this, but unfortunately, we just ran out. And
look, we just ran out of budget. We spent 90% on flights. We were pitching this around to Netflix, Hulu, to
everybody. Danielle, when I tell you,
look,
it was everybody.
Did you try Quibi?
Look, we tried a lot of different
They did
places.
the up and down. They did both sides. They said no on both ways.
We tried. They just didn't bite. They didn't bite quick or long or anything like that. And we've been. Look, I just got back from a bunch of Thailand, from Brooklyn, a lot of different places, and we just ran out of runway with the budget, and we're sorry to have to let it go. Look, people love the show. They love it.
Listen,
We love
Danielle,
it. Everybody loves it.
we love the show, and we want to work together again in the future on something. There's going to be something for us to work on.
Okay.
Look, we're gonna find a vehicle for you. There's no question. We're gonna find something for you to really show us what you got, your personality, your everything that you got going on. We love it. Matt, do we love it?
Oh my gosh,
Oh my gosh, we love it.
we love it.
But look, like I said, we're running out of time, so we're gonna have to jump off here. We're sorry. This is everyone. Enjoy it. This is the last show. Use that 10% of the budget for this show. Give it everything you got, because this is it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you letting us know, so at least we can have a real series finale with a little, 15 minutes of notice.
Look,
It's going to be a great one. It's going to be one of the best finales.
Okay.
It's going to be one of the best ones. Finales are usually not great, but this is going to be absolutely the best one because you didn't know it was the finale. I think that's usually the problem with finales. So look, this is going to be great.
Okay. All right. Well.
Take care, Danielle.
Okay, see you, Danielle.
Again. Bye. Wow. Oh,
This
that's
is
good.
that gave me PTSD.
The echoing of the same thing from each of them was the most horrifying moment.
Yeah, truly.
So, wow. So I guess we have to make this the best possible show ever, right? Since I'm getting shut down tonight.
Wow.
I mean, we don't have a great track record among us. Just FYI.
No,
Danielle,
no. You sure? It's really quite a coincidence that I feel bad for you, Danielle. I mean, it really is. It's terrible.
Danielle,
We've all been through this before, but
you-
I mean,
you have such a generous heart to say it's the last one ever. We know that now. It has to be good. My impulse would be to let's drive this straight into the earth. That's where I would go.
Yeah.
set it on fire.
You know what? There's still a lot of show left, Josh. We'll see where it goes.
As long as John and I were on a show that we hadn't been told yet it was canceled until we were all in the room pitching one day, and a guy leading a tour of possible people who were going to rent the suite we were working in came through.
Man.
Yeah.
And literally with tape measures.
Yeah.
And
Man.
and the guy leaned in and said, "This room's going to be empty soon."
Oh,
Yeah,
There was a room
right.
full of writers just staring as they went by.
That's like a
Well,
30
that's
Rock scene. That's
oh
horrifying.
my God.
It was.
Exactly right.
The
Yeah.
best part about that show, sorry, very quickly, is there were scripts that writers had to be paid for, but now it didn't matter what the content was anymore. So they had to turn them in as fast as possible. And so they just started adding like tornadoes that destroyed and killed cast members. I read one of them. It was spectacular.
And then they turned it in so they could get paid. And then the assistant came back and said, they don't have any notes.
Clean copy.
They took Josh's advice. They drove it straight into the ground.
It was.
I love it. All right, well then let's get rolling. Let's just have fun tonight. We'll start with round one, and these are the rules. Josh and I will be giving you each a word one at a time. You may ask for a definition and a sample sentence. Each correctly spelled word gets you 1 point, and there will be no eliminations in round one. This is solely just to accumulate some points. And Josh, why don't you go first?
Great. To whom should I assign this word?
Oh, sorry, I should probably do that, right. So I think we'll go in alphabetical order, so we'll start with John.
John,
Oh, God.
your word is hiatus.
Can you use that in a sentence, please?
I sure can. The sentence is, I don't like to think of my favorite show as canceled. I prefer to say it's on permanent hiatus.
So hiatus, H-I-A-I-T-U-S.
Correct.
Okay.
1 point.
All right. Okay. The next word will go to you, Kat.
Okay.
The word is envelope.
Envelope. I'm unfamiliar. Could you use that in a sentence for me, please?
I sure can. So, Kat, in episode 4 of your show, the female protagonist had a great job, good friends, and romance in her life. We're canceling your show because you just pushed the envelope too far.
Okay, envelope. E-N-V-E-L-O-P-E.
Yes. Nailed it. Okay, and Josh, you're giving the next word to Joy.
Joy, your word is hydrated.
Hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
Could you use that in a sentence?
Sure. In an interview, the Hollywood star said the secret to their great skin was being hydrated, even though it was being wealthy, having access to expensive skincare products, and light Botox.
I think that's H-Y-D-R-A-T-E-D.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Caissie,
Yes.
your word is executive.
Executive. Can you use that in a sentence?
Sure. At any given moment, a network executive, let me start over. At any given moment, a network executive will tell you that they've run out of runway.
Wait, can I ask for a definition?
Sure. It's a noun, and it is a person or group of persons having administrative or supervisory authority in an organization.
Okay. Executive. No, I already spelled it wrong. E-X-E-C-U-T-I-V-E. Executive.
Yeah. Nice.
Whew.
Okay.
That was really nerve-wracking, that. I'll be honest with you.
Just the mere mention of the word executive, I tinkled on my seat a little.
Your spelling was great, but I do have some notes.
Yeah. I was going to say you forced a rewrite on yourself as you go.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back to the beginning with John and Josh.
John, your next word is cancellation.
I've never heard of that word. Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Of course. Our show about polyamorous birder communities was given a cancellation for being too provocative for mainstream audiences.
That seems wrong, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
C-A-N-C-E-L-L-A-T-I-O-N.
Mm-hmm.
Cancellation?
That is correct.
Phew, the right number of L's. I got nervous there.
Can you,
You
is
nailed
it true that you can spell it with 1 or 2 L's?
I think you can spell canceled with one
All right.
L's, but not
All right.
cancellation.
I'm glad I asked that live on Facebook.
No, that's perfect. It's good to know.
It
And
needs that extra L for that, like that lift off into the
Elation.
part.
So you know it's over.
The
Yeah,
show-
to really hit it.
the show about polyamorous birders, of course, was called Polly Wants a Cracker.
How could they not pick that up?
I don't know.
Seems dumb.
I don't know.
Unbelievable.
We did 9 seasons.
You were kind of grateful, right? You ran out of storylines at that point.
Run its course.
Yeah.
Okay, Kat, you're up. And
Okay.
your word is provocative.
Provocative. Can you spell that for me, please?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice
No,
try.
you won't? Okay, how about using it in a sentence for me?
I can do that. Our show about monogamous birder communities was given a cancellation for not being provocative enough for mainstream audiences.
Provocative. Okay. P-R-O-V-A-C, provoc. Oh, this is just an A-T-I-V-E. It's wrong.
You were so close, though. It's yeah, you swapped in an A for an O in the middle.
I was just trying to be a little provocative. Somebody's got to shake it up here.
That was edgy spelling.
I'm finding it very difficult to know when it's misspelled when I don't have that little red squiggly line under.
Yes.
We're spoiled, all of us.
I don't even trust the line all the time. I'm from Massachusetts, so sometimes when I see it, I'm like, you think you're better than me?
The state motto.
You think you're better than me?
Must be nice.
When we worked in no, go ahead, sorry.
Must be nice is the BE state motto of Massachusetts.
I love it. Oh, Mr. Big Shot.
Sorry, Kat, go ahead.
Oh no, it's when we worked in England, it's like our computers got all messed up because we had to like change paper sizes and the spell check changed. So it would like tell us that all the Americans' words were wrong. And we'd be like, this is exactly why we left you guys. This is why we created our own country. So we could spell our own way. I'm claiming that for provocative.
I love it. Okay, Joy, you're up next.
Joy, your word is enviable.
Enviable. Can you use that in a sentence for me?
Of course. May we all one day be in the enviable position of writing for Law and Order Special Victims Unit, a show that will last until cockroaches run New York City, more than they do now.
Excellent. E-N-V-I-A-B-L-E.
That is
Enviable.
correct.
Thank you.
All right, Joy. Okay. Caissie, your word is residual.
It's unfamiliar to me. Can you use it in a sentence, please?
I think I can do that. So, I don't need another stimulus payment from the government. My latest residual check was for $3.32, so I'm all set.
Residual, R-E-S-I-D-U-A-L, residual.
Yes.
Just so you know, I was looking down at my keyboard, mentally checking off the letters because that's where I almost failed last time. So
Oh.
Oh.
in case you think I have a hard time with eye contact, I do, but I was looking at my keyboard.
I thought you were very slyly opening up a dictionary.
I'm not that fast. I'm not that fast. And I don't own a dictionary.
Wow, very cocky. Look at her, Mrs. Defines every word in her head.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. You think you're better than me?
Last week, we did a rom-com theme version of this. And at one point, my friend Sophie goes, "Is Lisa cheating?" And my friend Lisa was like writing in a notebook, and she's like, holds up. She's like, "Wait, are we not allowed to do this? Is this wrong?"
Wow.
The thing is, because I'm looking down, like I didn't realize, because she was sort of
Sure.
off to the side, and Sophie's like, this, I call foul, and then like, okay, it's cheating, and Sophie's like, I was really more just trying to hope that we could all get to use notebooks. Purpose in calling it out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Okay, so next up is John again with Josh.
John, your next word is altercation.
Can you use that in a sentence, please?
Of course. This will incorporate a couple of the words, just, for ambiance and the milieu. I got into an altercation with the executive who said I wasn't allowed to slander their sponsor, McDonald's, in my script.
I hope it's true.
I feel like we had one of those on Hope and Faith with Kay Jewelers. There was
Oh,
an
really?
altercation. Yes, there was. I remember this. There was a set altercation because the story they were going to get, I don't remember how much money, $10,000, $20,000 from Kay Jewelers to have the kids in the show present their mother on Mother's Day with the diamond star pendant or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And instead they brought a security guard with a box, and they brought the best one they had, which was like a $90,000 necklace. And
Whoa.
And the showrunner didn't really want to put that in the kid's hands, giving to the mother, because it felt a little out of touch. But anyway, okay. But that was also an altercation. Altercation, ALTERCATION.
That is correct.
All right. Nice.
An altercation in terms of fun is one step below staycation.
I was going to go one place, but instead I had an altercation.
Yeah.
I like that definition better. Okay. Kat, your word is, because I'm sorry, I had to do this in honor of myself and Los Angeles. Your word is Sepulveda.
Oh, all right. Somebody needs to both give me the word in a sentence and define it.
Okay. So, Sepulveda is a noun. It is a street or a boulevard, if you will, in Los Angeles. And in a sentence, I was on Sepulveda Boulevard when my agent called to say we weren't getting the back nine.
Been there. That was me. All right. SEPULVEDA.
Yes.
Woo.
I also think if you looked at my last name, you have most of it.
I don't cheat.
I'm like, I don't think she realizes it, but it occurred to me just now. I'm like, oh wow, we really are giving this one away.
The first couple of years I lived in Los Angeles, I would ask people where Sepulveda Street was.
I have friends in LA for years, they just call me Sepulveda instead of Sepulverus. And it's like, for a long time, it was just sort of a nickname. And then I did find out that a couple of them genuinely thought my last name was Sepulveda. And then, so I'm like, oh, cool nickname. Oh, you just don't actually know my name.
You haven't bothered to find out the truth.
It's an old Spanish word meaning the back road home from the airport.
It's true. Actually, I think my greatest experience with my name being mispronounced was at LAX. I was renting a car back in the days before Uber and Lyft, and they told me that they had an influx of people returning cars. So they were like, just wait a few minutes and you'll have a lot more options. So I'm like sitting and waiting, and I was reading a book, and all of a sudden I'm like, wow, it's been like an hour. They were supposed to call me. And so I go back up to the desk and I was like, hi, I was here to rent a car and you told me to wait, but you told me 15 minutes and now it's been over an hour. They're like, we've been paging you. And I'm like, you have not? I have not heard my name. And the woman says my name in a way that I have never heard my name pronounced. And I said, but you're on Sepulveda Boulevard. Like, even if you had said Sepulveda, I would have answered to it. Because she had like all sorts of consonants in there that didn't. And I'm like, I don't understand. You're on the street. This is the last place you should not know how to say it. But yeah, such is my burden to carry in this life. I've already forgot. Now we're on to Joy with Josh.
Joy, your next word is development.
Development.
Yeah.
Could you use that in a sentence?
Sure. My friend told me that he has a project in development, which either means he's about to make a bunch of money or he is fully unemployed and will be for a long time.
Relatable. I think that's DEVELOPMENT. Development.
That is correct.
Yes. Okay. All right, and Caissie, this is the last word of round 1.
So much pressure.
I know. I'm sorry about that.
Sorry.
The word is cosmopolitan.
Cosmopolitan. I legit might not know how to spell that. Can you use it in a sentence?
Yes, I'm using it in its adjective form, not its noun form, just so you're aware. But I'm still bitter about the time that major cable network said a show about 4 30-something single women navigating the big city was just too cosmopolitan to work.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. Cosmopolitan, COSMOPOLITAIN.
Oh, so close.
Is it just TIN?
It's just TAN at the end.
TAN? Okay. Either way, I wouldn't, my first 2 instincts were incorrect.
Can you just say Cosmo?
Yeah.
Well,
for a drink, but I am from Massachusetts like Josh, and so why would we know how to spell cosmopolitan?
Yeah. We drink Sam Summer and Harpoon.
Harpoon. And yeah, we just hanging out. We don't know about cosmopolitan.
Yeah. It's overrated drink anyway.
My friend ordered a Corona and I stopped talking to him.
The first time I tried to order Cosmopolitan because of Sex and the City, of course, because I guess I was in college, I got it wrong and I asked for a Metropolitan.
Oh.
And I know, it's so
Is
sad.
that a drink?
No, it's not a drink. And the bartender made me a Manhattan. And
I was gonna say that's
not a whiskey drinker then, so I was like, oh my god, this is terrible.
yeah.
Something just 21.
No. He tried. He went for it.
I did. It was, and I'm like, why are they always drinking this in the show? I thought it's pink in the show. It's very red at this time.
In the show, it's you probably love that.
I thought it was super cool once too, because I think Samantha ordered a drink I had never heard of, and I was at a bar once, and I'm like, "Can you make a ruby or whatever it was called?" And they were like, "What's in it?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
So you want
That's not my job. That's your job.
You're the bartender.
That's like
that's when you turn around and say, "Haha, I was testing you."
It's like when the cab driver asks for directions to where you're going from the airport, and you're like, "That's I just landed here in a plane.
I'm doing my job.
I took a flight here. It was straight. I'm disoriented."
And honestly, I walked up to this car hoping you would know.
Mm-hmm. I only like drinks that the name is the ingredients.
Oh yeah, a gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic, scotch and soda,
Wine,
vodka Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
wine.
I went through a pretty big green apple martini phase at one
God.
point, and we had these giant martini glasses, and we probably went through 3 a night, and we're like, these are amazing. And then someone said, they came over, they're like, how many ounces are in those glasses? And they were 6-ounce glasses. We were having the equivalent of, who knows, a pitcher of green apple martini.
An Arizona iced tea size.
It was insane. Yeah. It was nuts. We couldn't figure out what was going on.
I'm pretty sure I threw up green apple martini on my 21st birthday.
I'm sure I wasn't there, but I'm sure you did too.
Yeah. Your story checks out.
The best part of making them though was thinly slicing that piece of apple to float perfectly on top. It
So
was-
elegant.
Yeah, it was, and as long as it didn't sink, you know, if it sunk, it was.
It wasn't.
I was
It
kind
wasn't
of,
as elegant on the third picture where the
It has a piece
had-
of finger in it.
yeah, there was blood on them. Yeah.
Right. Well, and also the apple floats, you're a witch, so that's a problem.
oh my God. Okay, so let's move on to round 2, which is our fastest finger round. So
Right, I need more
Josh
booze
and I
for
will
round 2.
be giving you words again.
We-
Get them ready.
This is where you have to raise your hand if you want to try.
Yes, raise your hand,
Okay.
and one of us will call on you, and you will get 3 points in this round if you get it right. If you get it wrong, you will lose a point. And if you get it wrong and somebody else steals it from you, they will get 6 points.
Can I ask
Wow.
a
Anybody's game right now. Anybody's game.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
I think I'm on a delay, which is going to put me at a great disadvantage during this. Can we test me really quickly?
Sure.
I don't know how to do that. Kat, I'm going to.
1, 2, 3, go.
Was I delayed? That wasn't a
Does that
joke.
work?
You were
Just
a
do what
second
other
after
guys
that.
do and keep your hand up the whole time, even if you don't know what the fuck
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Just raise
Less-
it at the end.
Less of a question, more of a comment.
I'm going to do my best here to try to beat the.
You could do that because there were definitely shows we've done it where I was like, oh, you. And they were like, oh, no, I was just scratching. Just situation. Okay. All right. So, Josh, you want to kick it off?
Yes. The first word of round 2 is Patriot Act.
Joy.
I saw Joy.
Patriot Act. Patriot. New word. ACT.
That is correct. 3 points for Joy.
Yeah. Okay.
I went blank like a deer in headlights on that.
Next word is my so-called life. Caissie.
MY, new word, SO, new word, CALLED, new word, LIFE.
Yeah.
Correct. 3 points for Caissie.
Whew.
Next word, speechless. I saw John.
Woo! SPEECHLESS.
That is correct. 3 points for John.
Okay. This is
Is he raising his hand?
A reverse
You're
delay.
still okay. All right. Whiskey Cavalier. Caissie.
WHISKEY space. Don't know how to spell cavalier.
Damn it.
CAVELIER? No, I
I'm
spelled
sorry,
that wrong.
That's
Joy
incorrect.
Steele.
Steal it.
Yeah, I think Joy was first.
I'm not sure I know how to spell it either, but WHISKEY, new word, CAVALIER.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yes, yes.
6 points for Joy. And
Nice.
only 1 for Caissie, unfortunately.
It's all right.
Thanks, Caissie.
I don't need this. It's fine.
My father.
You think you're better
was
than
a
me?
God.
I'm gonna go to Dunkin' Donuts like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, just stare at the sea for a while.
That's you on.
I want to watch this show. I want to do a second episode that's just the show of the two of you talking about Massachusetts.
Yeah, I watched
It's a
that.
terrible place.
Though.
Is that also the logo or the slogan? as well?
A terrible place.
Let's talk development after this is all over. All right, guys.
I have some notes for Massachusetts.
Ran out of runway for Massachusetts.
Oh.
The next word is drunk history. John.
DRUNK, new word, HISTORY.
Correct. That's 3 points for John.
Woo!
Okay. Next word is pushing daisies. John.
PUSHING, other word, DAISIES.
Nice.
3 points for John. Correct. Next word, sweet vicious.
Caissie.
Caissie, yeah.
SWEET space VICIOUS.
That is correct. 3 points for Caissie.
Okay. Next word is enlightened. Josh, did you see? Because I feel like
I didn't. I was still looking at how to spell the word.
You
I'm
trying to
gonna go with cat.
He has a flair.
That was out of pity. That was out of pity. That
It was
wasn't-
out of
it
a
was out
sense of fair play.
All right, enlightened and enlightened, right?
Mhm.
ENLIGHTENED.
That is correct. 3 points for cat.
Thank
Who
you.
was definitely the first person to raise her hand, as far as I can tell.
I feel like this really did a lot of work for you there.
Spirit
I have
fingers.
big hands and long fingers. I can take over this whole thing if I
Yeah.
want.
It was a lot of fingers.
The next question is, or the next word to be spelled rather, is terriers.
Joy.
Terriers, that's my high school mascot.
Oh.
TERRIERS.
Yeah. I actually really loved that show and was heartbroken when it got canceled. I thought it was such a good show. And yeah, I'm sad.
I didn't know it was a show. I have to look that up. I have no idea.
With Donald
Donald
Logue.
Logue.
Yeah. And was it Michael Raymond James? I know he
I
has
gotta see that.
That's 3 guys.
yeah.
Everybody
Those are the
loves
guys.
Michael Raymond James.
That's a little too provocative.
I have some notes.
Show about polyamorous triplets.
Ooh. Ooh. Mm.
All right. Next word is American Vandal. John.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah.
AMERICAN space VANDAL.
Yeah.
Correct. 3 points for John.
One of the greatest ad campaigns of all time. All around LA, there were billboards that just said, "Who drew the dicks?"
Oh, that's great.
That was great.
Great first season. I like the second season too. I was surprised it got canceled after that.
Yeah,
I thought it was a pretty successful follow-up.
it was so it was so well done.
Really
There's so
good.
many things I like when shows like that get canceled. I'm like, everyone I know is watching it. Everyone I know is talking about it, and not just people I know. Not like I know that many people, but it just means on social media.
No, I have the same thing though, where I'm like everybody I know, and then I'm like, well, I guess I only know like 8 people.
I have an automatic thing now. When everybody I know, me and everybody I know loves it, I'm like, it's doomed.
It's done.
Doomed.
Yeah,
like
it's done.
we are the killer audience. We're like
Host.
we're the murderers.
Yeah.
So
Our good taste ruins a show somehow.
Next.
I just now realized that all of the words are canceled shows.
I feel like you should lose 3 points for that. I just want to say.
You have all the points already.
I want them all. I want all the points.
Oh, welcome to living with that guy.
I run in and grab her points sometimes. I just grab her.
The next word is Dietland.
Oh my God, Joy, how are you the last person to raise your hand? I think Caissie, you were first. I think, right?
I think so. Dietland, DIETLAND.
Yeah.
Correct. 3 points for Caissie.
I was a big fan. I watched every episode, Joy.
Oh, that's more than my parents did.
Oh no.
Would
couldn't
you like
figure out
me?
what-
Would you like me to be one of your parents now?
Would you please?
Yes. I'm already doing the paperwork.
I feel like
We used to, by the way, we used to work on, we worked on this show and my grandfather hated it. And he gathered his friends together at the retirement community to watch it every week. And then he left an angry voicemail about how much he disliked it and he was embarrassed by it. But he kept watching it and then leaving angry voicemails.
He was
same.
gathering people to watch it. It was
It's like, it's the worst thing I've seen. I don't know why that's on ABC right now.
I was
You fixed it? I mean, can't you fix it?
I was a writer on Graham Norton's show, and for whatever reason, my mom took an interest in that show. I don't know why, but she told a bunch of people to watch it, and it was, it's racy, and she was like, that was really embarrassing. I'm ashamed of you.
Hey.
And I was like, who told you to watch it?
My parents love Graham Norton.
Do they?
Love Graham Norton, and they watch every episode of Jesus and Marrow, which I think they are only able to kind of get through. They have like a pretty clean sensibility, and I think they get through the show because they admittedly only understand 50% of it.
Every show,
I love it.
every show that John and I have ever worked on, my mother always says, they record it too softly. I can't hear it. I cannot hear it.
It's so funny.
Turn it up.
This is mother, mom. Oh, drives me crazy. You need to talk to them.
You tell them.
My parents would always get so excited to see me on a show because you all know, but for everyone watching who doesn't know, I mostly work as a stand-in, which means you don't see me on screen. And my dad would be like, oh, what show are you working on? Am I going to see you on it? And I'm like, no. And he goes, when am I going to see you on it? I'm like, no, Dad, I want to write for it. I don't want to be on the show. I want to write for the show. And don't get me wrong. I had a good time being on the show, and residual checks, even if they're only $3, are nice ones. But funny because with Dietland, I get murdered, and my dad was like, should I watch it? And I'm like, a porn star who gets murdered? I don't know that this is really what you want to watch on a Wednesday.
You have to pick one.
Yeah. And then he's like, why does every show you work on always kill you? Are they trying to tell you something?
my gosh.
My aunt and uncle watched it, and my aunt was like, oh, I didn't mind the sex stuff at all. She's like, but watching you be dead was very upsetting to me.
You were great at dead. I mean, you're great at alive too, but dead was really fantastic.
You were born for it.
It was
better at dead. It's crazy.
Incredible.
It's a very funny compliment. Like, I remember that day, first of all, it was freezing cold, and I was in like next to nothing because she's in this very skimpy kind of nightgown situation, and I'm on this slab like a funeral pyre, and we had shot it first where my eyes were closed, and then at one point I just had them open while they were doing something, and suddenly the director's like, wow, it looks so much eerier with your eyes open, can we do it with your eyes open? And I was like, oh
my God.
over again. And so I'm like, okay. And so we're shooting it, and one of the camera assistants is slating the shot, and as he's calling it out, he's like, oh my God, you look so good dead. It's so weird. It's creepy.
You're an artist.
It's a beautiful dead.
Well, Danielle, think about it. This is one less thing you have to worry about at the end of your life. It's like, you know,
That's right.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
They'll see you and they'll be like, wow, she just did it right.
Not worried about it at all. I'm going to look great.
My favorite note, though, was like at one point, I guess, because we've been out there for hours and it's freezing, my, like, under my eye started to twitch. And they're like, we can't roll because your eye's twitching. And I'm like, I can't even feel it.
It's so involuntary.
Involuntary. And they're going, hold the roll, her eye's twitching. And someone came over with a hand warmer and like put it on my face. And that was what did the trick. I think it was just like I had been laying still for so long that everything had sort of seized up a little bit, and one little thing was reacting like, let me out of here.
That definitely it changes the episode if the dead person is sort of undead. Like, you can't just let that happen.
That's a different show.
It's a totally
you got to write to it.
Kind of a Dietland, Zombieland crossover.
Ooh. We had zombies in an episode, I think.
We did. Joy got to do some really cool shit on that show.
We had a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
That's
a good one.
And I remember I got stuck on the train leaving work one day with Adam, your man. Your on-screen man. And he was like, man, sometimes our show's like real weird, right? I feel like his character always got like so kicked around that he was like, man, I'm really just like taking it up.
Yeah,
my
he had a
gosh.
full body tiger costume,
Yes.
like dressed like a furry. It was.
Oh, man,
He wasn't so happy about that one.
So everyone
God.
who's watching, watch Dietland on Hulu, streaming on
Yeah.
Yeah, and watch me be dead and watch Joy be magnificent. But yeah, anyway, and back to our show.
Oh yes.
I think, is it my turn, Josh, or is it your turn? I don't even know.
I think so. I think it's your
Okay.
turn.
All right. Red Band Society.
John.
RED space BAND space SOCIETY. Red Band Society.
All right.
Correct. 3 points for John.
I tried to get
Next
kind of do that spelling bee thing where you repeat it afterward.
Mhm.
I don't know, was that effective?
No, I think that's
Good.
nice.
Believable.
Professionalism.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
felt professional.
Have
Felt
you
good.
spelled before?
I haven't, but you would think I had.
Yeah. You're natural.
I'm a
We have
natural.
time for 2 more words in this round.
Okay.
Great. The next word is gallivant.
Ah,
Joy, I saw
Joy
first.
I just gave you a hint.
He just buttoned his shirt up.
Oh,
But I mean, it's not to be provocative. It's a hint in case you have a hard time spelling it.
whoa. One more time. Okay. GALAVANT. Gallivant.
Correct. That's
Thank
3
you.
points for Joy.
right. Boy.
I was waiting for the perfect time, and that seemed.
Yeah.
We have all sorts of swag around us, by the way, in case that became a prop thing we wanted.
And the last one for this round, let's make it a 3-word fun one. How about Good Girls Revolt? I think it was Cat.
Oh, oh my God. Okay, good. GOOD space girls GIRLS space revolt REVOLT.
Nice.
That is correct. 3 points for Kat.
That was another great show that deserved more. I felt like it just didn't find an audience. And Erin Dark, who was on Dietland with us, was in it, and she was terrific. She's a great actress.
Total dream. So good.
Right? Yeah, I love the scenes that you two did together. They were so fun to watch.
I had fun too. It was the dream. It was the dream.
The dream. Yeah, I mean, look at the way things happen these days. Shows find new life or get rebooted or get I don't even consider anything fully dead anymore, and so I still have hope for things that I love.
Downward dog.
Why not?
All right, I'm going to add up points right now while Josh does a song and dance interlude for the rest of you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got a great song to sing for you. It's a little ditty about Jack and Diane. Two
Are they
American
American?
kids, they're American, so you've heard of them. And they're kids. And I'll tell you what, they're giving it their all.
Oh, I heard they phoned it in.
Where do they live?
No. Jack and Diane never.
I heard they phoned it in. That's not true?
No way. They give it 110%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jack and Diane's high school track coaches were so proud of them.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we have our top 2, which are Joy Nash and John Hoberg.
Wow.
Congratulations.
So we are going to move on to round 3, which is the lightning round. And
Okay.
I'm
so what
really
happens this round is you'll go one at a time, and we'll give you each a list of words, one at a time though. Obviously, not just a running list. Try to remember all these words and spell them.
Man, woman, person.
It turns into
camera.
more of a remembering bee at the end.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's kind of a cognitive test.
Yes. And so, Joy, why don't you go first? And John will just ask that you turn down your volume, and then we'll wait for you to come back.
Okay. Kat can confirm this is actually happening. Hold on.
We trust you.
I might hear from the other room. I'm going to go into the back room also.
Oh, so maybe catch the volume.
Don't you have noise canceling headphones? We can watch you.
Pat can yell for him to come back.
Okay.
And there's different words too.
Oh yeah, it's true. There's different words, so
Okay.
it's not super cheating. It's just more so to get a sense of how it's gonna be and to get a little bit of an edge. So
Great.
okay.
Danielle, would you like me to read the words?
All right,
and
I
you can
muted
tally
my
them?
microphone. I didn't mute my computer.
It's Danielle, would you like me to read the words and you can tally the score as we go?
That would be perfect. So yeah, Josh will read the words to you. I will put 1 minute on my phone, and I won't start it until he gives you the first word. You can pass twice, and
Okay.
If it sounds like a homonym, like blue or something, you'll get points however which way you spell it, as long as you spell it correctly, because we would never, make you.
That's so nice of you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm excited. I'm a little nervous,
All right. Okay.
but I can do it.
Oh, doggy.
Our dog is nervous too. That's Ted.
Oh, hi.
Ted.
Hey, bud.
Hi, Ted.
Okay. Whenever you guys are ready.
You ready, Joy?
I'm ready.
Let's begin. Pate.
Pate.
Paint.
P-A-T.
Sorry,
P-A-T.
Paint.
Paint. P-A-I-N-T.
Yes. Yes. V.
T-H-E-E.
House.
H-O-U-S-E.
Yes. Blue.
B-L-U-E.
Yes. Wait.
W-E-I-G-H-T.
Sure. Y.
W-H-Y.
Hell yeah. Did.
D-I-D.
Yes. U.
Y-O-U.
Paint.
B-A-I-N-T.
V.
T-H-E.
House.
H-O-U-S-E.
Blue. Yes.
B-L-U-E.
Yes.
Ooh.
What?
W-H-A-T.
Yes. If.
I-F.
U. Yes.
Y-O-U.
Yes. Put.
P-U-T.
Yes. V.
T-H-E.
Yes. Reveal.
R-E-V-E-A-L.
Yes. From.
Time.
F-R-O-M.
Time. Yes.
You're spelling a sentence.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, the sentence was, paint the house blue. Wait, why did you paint the house blue? What if you put the reveal from the last page on the 4th page? Make this
Oh, that's maddening.
What if the whole show takes place in Minnesota instead of Louisiana?
Ah. Ah.
Okay, you can bring John back.
Can I stay here? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
John, you can come back.
I think there's no competitive advantage to be gained at this point.
Thank goodness they're together, because what if someone,
I know, we're in the same house in different rooms.
yeah,
Did I win?
it's good.
Did I win?
Not yet. It's still on the table, though.
All right.
Chances are.
I just did so much blow, you guys. I'm ready.
All the best spellers did. In the 80s, all the kids were doing it before they spelled.
Did you say all the best spellers? You said
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mhm.
That's how those kids beat me. I was the straight edge.
You haven't seen
No.
the 30 for 30?
No.
On spelling? Bee?
Yeah. On the cocaine abuse in the spelling bee
Oh.
community.
It's like the dark underside of the spelling bee competition.
Yeah.
So, John, Josh is going to give you your words.
Okay.
You can pass twice, and if something sounds like a homonym, we're going to give you points however you spell it, as long as you spell it one way correctly.
Could you please define homonym?
A word like blue, so like B-L-U-E is also B-L-E-W.
Okay, great.
Great.
Okay, and I won't start the clock until Josh gives you your first word.
John, are you ready?
I am. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's start here. Superheroes.
S-T-A-R-T-H-E-R-E. I feel like that's
I will give you both of those for Sasson. Superheroes.
Wait, sorry, is it just the word superheroes?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I messed myself up because I don't know if we're starting.
That's okay. So that's okay. Yes, we're gonna start with
I'm sticking.
it'll be just
I'm
word
sticking.
after word. And the first word is superheroes.
S-U-P-E-R-H-E-R-O-E-S.
Correct. R.
R, like pirates say R?
Sure.
A-R-R-G-H.
Yep. Next word, huge.
H-U-G-E.
Correct. Right.
As in right or wrong?
Either way.
R-I-G-H-T.
Correct. Now.
N-O-W.
Yes. We.
W-E.
Correct. Cannot.
C-A-N-N-O-T.
Correct. Compete.
C-O-M-P-E-T-E.
Correct. With.
W-I-T-H.
Yes. Zombies.
Z-O-M-B-I-E-S.
Yes. Vampires.
V-A-M-P-I-R-E-S.
Yes. Will.
W-I-L-L.
Correct. Be.
B-E-E.
Sure. Yep. Next word, back.
B-A-C-K.
Yes. In.
I-N. Is this spelling, is this like telling a story and I'm not paying
Correct. Yes.
attention? Okay. I missed it.
Next word, about.
A-B-O-U-T.
Okay, time.
I had the similar dawning realization.
I missed the entire story. What?
No, that's okay.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
Danielle.
I'm sorry, Josh, what'd you say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I imagine you're gonna reveal the narrative.
Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. So John's sentence was, superheroes are huge right now. We cannot compete with zombies. Vampires will be back in about 2 years. What we really want is the next Sopranos, but at half the budget, so what do you have? Oh.
That is really funny.
You guys, we have surprise visitors again. Hold on.
Did we get picked up?
We get picked up?
Huge social media campaign for this show to keep it going.
Oh.
Danielle,
Okay.
hold on right there. Hold on. You got that? Okay, I got to run. I got to get out of here. Danielle, how you
Yeah.
doing? How's the show going?
It's good. We're just finishing up lightning round.
Awesome. Huge news. I haven't been able to catch the show. Matt and I were out. We were pitching the show. Guess what? We found a new home for Adult Spelling Bee.
Oh my God. This is like the best news.
Woo!
Woo!
Danielle, let me tell you, we actually got into a bidding war.
Really?
Yeah, it was between Tubi and Voodoo, and
Okay.
Tubi ended up wanting it more because they said it reminded them of Supermarket Sweep meets Survivor meets their biggest childhood traumas from grade school, I think it was. So
Okay.
I think they loved it. They loved it,
I
and
mean, that's what we were trying to go for. So
They loved it. It reminded them of every show that they've ever seen, and even more than that, really, the core of every show. And that's what it's all about here at Adult Spelling Bee. And get this, starring Danielle Sepulveris. Not to be confused with Sepulveda, and also not to be confused with Sepulveda Boulevard, Danielle Sepulveris. And it's a big star, and that's going to be we've got the logo all figured out and everything. It's going to be great.
can I fly in the private plane with you guys now?
Absolutely not. We actually have to jump right now. We got to punt. We got to get back to.
we'd love to have you in the private jet. However, it's a 2-seater with us in the back there. There's not enough space. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
So you could learn to fly. That's pretty much the only way. But until that point, until the pilot's license comes in, it's just us, and that's just what the budget entails at this point. We didn't draw up the budget, but hey, congrats again, you guys! Amazing show, I'm sure, and we love the show. Matt, do we love the show?
oh my gosh, Danielle, you know we love the show.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you for your support and all this. Maybe season 2, I can fly in the private plane. We'll see.
We'll definitely see. I would start pilot school right now. Get like a simulator or one of those kind of things.
Okay.
Danielle, I love that idea. Let's put a pin in that. Okay.
Great.
Absolutely. Danielle, we've got to run right now. Let's circle back to the flying in the private jet thing, and then and we'll be in touch. But we've got to run. We've got more stuff to do. We're gonna great show. We love it.
Love the show.
I didn't watch it. Okay. Bye.
Can't believe they didn't say there wasn't enough runway to
There
have
wasn't
you in the
enough
private
runway
jet.
for their
Yeah.
plane.
Oh, they missed it. They missed.
Really left
I've
that
never
one on the
met
table.
executives. I've never met executives who didn't use the term unpack. They always.
Oh yeah.
or when they're ready to go, say, oh, I got to jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ty was great. He's like, I gotta jump.
Where did they all learn how to talk?
There's a pamphlet.
There's
Everybody
a
else
flashcard
talks
pack.
one way.
Did you guys find this? That you could tell how bad the notes were going to be by how nice the compliments were before the actually came out? We got on a call one time and they were like, Kat, John, you are such good writers. And we looked at each other like, oh, we're in trouble. And we were.
I always feel like any meeting that I go to, the bigger the greeting, the less they know who I am.
Yeah.
It's always like, we love you. We're so excited to meet with you. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Who are you? What are you doing here? Security? And then if it's somebody that like is excited to meet with you, they're just like, hey, great to see you. Like, thanks.
I found that the more water they give you when they don't quite know how to tell you, like they're not going to either represent you or, you know, buy something of yours or stab you.
And that's especially if they like lie you down and put a cloth over your face and dump the water that way.
Oh man.
I've been getting a lot of, this is great, let's keep the conversation going, which means I will never hear from you again.
Yes.
I always want to call back and say, so when we're going to start this conversation again?
Yeah.
I'm
Just
conversing.
keeping it going like you told me.
Right.
I think it's your turn.
I talk, now you talk. You want me to ask?
Guys,
did you see Lovecraft
You talk?
Country? Yeah.
That's what my dad asked me the other day. He goes, are you still doing your show every week? And I said, yeah. And he goes, is anyone paying you? And I was like, no, but I'm not losing any money.
That's a victory.
That's a
That's
win.
I've been doing a podcast and just hemorrhaging money. Truly. That's not a joke.
Oh, no.
Not a bit. Losing a lot of money. It's not a great move.
Oh, no.
Well, I guess I should announce our winner tonight's because I tallied it up while we were all chatting. And John Hoberg, you are.
Really?
Oh, congratulations. You were so worried about your hand
Congratulations.
raising.
About the what?
You were so worried about the hand raising, and you
It was
totally
all a
did
mental game. I was playing games.
Wow. Wow.
It worked.
It worked.
I
It got
will
in your head.
to the Coma Society just for you tomorrow.
They'll be very
And,
happy.
but before we go, we should, tell everybody where they can find us, where they can find our work and stuff. And right before we do that, let me just do a shout out to Anthony Del Bricolo, who helped me write jokes for tonight, who couldn't be with us tonight. But
Yay, Anthony.
and also to Ty Kelly and Matt Paré, our executives who popped in to cancel the show.
They are very funny.
Picked up again.
They were.
Very funny.
They did a
terrific.
good job.
They
Yeah.
are actually former Major League Baseball players who are just funny and awesome and smart and good writers. And
That's amazing.
anyway, yeah.
Wow.
Love it.
And they're cute, right? They're cute guys.
Mm.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, see, Joy knows where I'm going with this.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Josh is like, I'm on board, maybe.
I said they were cute guys.
One looked
I don't know
quite
where to
like
find us.
Christian Bale, I
Oh
thought.
my god, he gets that all the time. He gets that all the time.
Same.
I thought you had a really like mind-blowing surprise guest, and then I was like, oh, it's just like a very nice, funny guy that looks like
People tell me
What's
all
better
the
than
time
that?
I look like Christian Bale in American Hustle. Is that still a compliment?
I was stopped in an airport once when I was in my late 20s, and they said, "You look like fat Matthew Perry."
You can't say that.
I know. It was a stranger. They were like, "You don't look like the skinny Matthew Perry. You look like when he gained a lot of weight."
It's like,
And they
you-
kept talking. No,
so
that's
you
fat.
know
I
I'm
was
not
When he
him.
got after he was fat.
Right. It was the
That's
weirdest
you.
thing. It was so weird. It was like some stranger came up. He like ran up to tell me that.
Oh my god. There was a director who worked on a show that I worked on once, not Dietland, don't worry, none of our wonderful directors, who was like, oh, you remind me of this artist in LA. She's sort of avant-garde and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And he says her name, I never heard of her. And he shows me a picture and she's really unattractive. And I'm like,
oh no.
Oh man.
yes, I'm like, oh.
You always got to be careful when you're
Yeah.
telling someone.
I was out with I was in a play, and we were all eating lunch together afterwards, the whole cast, and this guy says out of the blue, oh my god, you look exactly like my sister, like exactly. I can't believe I didn't realize it before, like exactly. He goes on and on. So we're like, show us her photo, and he pulls out this picture, and she's like, and like at that moment, everyone had to decide like who to offend. Like,
Oh my god.
like, yeah, it was.
Oh my god. When I was a writer for the Rosie O'Donnell show, Bobby Brown was a guest, and I had dark hair at the time, and people often mistook me for Rosie or would say that I looked like Rosie. But Bobby Brown was like, yo, are you Rosie's little sister? And I was like, no, I'm not. But I get that a lot. And he goes, I understand why you wouldn't want to say that you are. It's none of my business.
Whoa!
Because
like,
honestly, asking you that question, not his prerogative.
Nice.
It's none of my business. And he was like so serious and sincere, and I was like, oh, that makes me like him.
That's
But I
really
feel
sweet.
I felt very weird about it, but it made me like Bobby Brown.
That's really cool.
He did not overstep.
Have I faded into darkness, by the way? I feel like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little moody, but you look good.
it is a little moody. It's dark.
You're now glasses
And teeth.
teeth.
Yeah.
This
I
show
think
has
I
really
smile.
made me miss being on set and collating on-set stories. There's so many good on-set stories, like and
Me too.
yeah.
Soon.
Most of
I
all.
hope.
Yeah.
That in the writer's room, I miss it, like
Yeah.
that camaraderie.
Yeah.
I would not know what it's like to be in a writer's room just yet, so hopefully I will.
It's like this.
Yeah.
It is like this.
I could do this. I could do this.
Except at the end of the day, someone's like, you got to do it again.
And there isn't one person.
Right? We're gonna redo it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And there's not just one person in a dark cave the whole time.
All right, so Josh, tell us where everyone can buy your book, listen to your podcast, and
Oh my gosh.
social.
My book, Nice Try, is everywhere you read, listen to, or read or listen to books. My podcast, Make My Day, it's a comedy game show with one guest each week, so they're guaranteed to win. And that's anywhere that you would listen to a podcast. And please watch Jesus and Mero on Showtime, Sundays and Thursdays at 11.
Nice.
I work there. I'm not just like a big fan, although I am a big fan.
And Joy, tell us where everyone can find you and check out what you're up to.
I'm on Instagram at The Real Joy Nash, and you can watch Dietland on Hulu.
Yes.
And
watch
that's
Dietland
it.
on Hulu.
Yeah.
Caissie, there's a new podcast with Busy, right? That people should.
Yeah. My partner, Busy Phillips, and I have not like domestic partners, like just business partners.
International partners.
We have a new podcast with our friend Shantira Jackson called Busy Phillips is Doing Her Best, where we just talk about how we had a lot of plans for 2020, but now we're just doing our best. And we interview celebrity guests about big pivots in their lives and careers. We just recorded an interview with my old boss, Rosie O'Donnell, today. And so we had 2 episodes so far. You can find it wherever you find podcasts. And then also just like hit me up on Twitter. I'd like to be on Twitter just like Josh.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm there too.
And Kat, what have you been up to, or do you want people to tweet at you, or?
Oh yeah, people can tweet at me all they want to.
You like
John and I we are just finished a musical movie for Paramount.
Cool.
So we'll see what happens. See where that goes. John, you talk better about these things than I do. We are working on another movie right now for a company that has asked us not to name them, but they have a logo that's something like this. Boink, 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 boink.
We're not supposed to say this.
And I'm writing a book.
Cool.
Wow.
Very cool. Awesome. And John, our winner for tonight. Anything you want to add to what Kat was talking about?
No, I'll just keep hanging out down in Kat's dark basement.
Good. Thanks.
And hope she lets me out.
Another 45 minutes, John.
Yeah. No.
If you're good.
No, other than I've read Kat's novel and it's spectacular, and I cannot wait for it to get out to the world.
Awesome.
And I hope she makes a big success so I can be a stay-at-home guy.
Yeah.
Or I can work again.
You are right now.
That's true.
That's true,
But by
John.
choice. I want to be.
Oh, and we're going to buy goats. That's the other thing about it.
Oh.
Probably not career-wise. We're going to buy some goats. So
Whoa.
if anybody has any goat knowledge, information, a line on goats.
I have a little goat experience. I'm not even lying.
Wow.
Goats, rescue goats, we'd be happy with. So
What is your goat experience?
I grew up on a farm and there were goats. So, they're very cute. They're like little puppy dogs, you know.
Yeah.
Aw.
You're going to have a blast.
That's so
Wait.
cute.
We were told we need to get a donkey friend for them to protect them from coyotes.
Yeah, or like a llama or something, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go alpaca. We're very quickly becoming those people.
Yeah.
Anybody wants
Classic
exciting.
an alpaca yard. Every neighborhood has one.
All your friends are like, oh, they're such goat people now.
And the pandemic is gonna be over and we're all gonna wake up and go, what the did we
Do we have a llama?
Do you have any good goat recipes?
We have a llama to protect the
Oh.
donkey to protect the goats.
Yeah.
Like, how did that happen?
And then you need a coyote to protect the llama.
You need a coyote to kill some of the animals because they're too expensive.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh, you
and
put
then
a
our
hit.
hands will be clean. It was nature. It
Yeah,
was
put
nature.
put a hit out on your own goats.
Circle of life.
Thank you all again for playing. For everyone watching, thank you for watching. Next week we're doing a Bill and Ted Be Excellent to Each Other theme, which she'll be super fun. And Ty Kelly, who popped in as a guest tonight, will be my co-judge.
Nice.
So in anticipation of that, everyone be excellent to each other. And this was an outstanding bee. Thank you everyone for playing, and I'll see you all next time.
Thanks for having us, Danielle.
Thank
This
you.
was so
Thanks,
fun.
Josh.
So fun,
Welcome,
Jane.
welcome
Thank you.
back.
Nice to meet you guys.
Bye. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
I'll be
Bye.
listening to podcasts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Here's the part where I can't figure out how to leave.